If it's in Hampton Roads, it's on the Hampton Roads Show.
All right, and welcome to the Hampton Roads Show. Our live audience today is from the American Red Cross. Coming up, we'll get the details on some great weekend blood drives.
And we're happy to have the folks from Just Cupcakes in the kitchen with us making a sweet treat for St. Patrick's Day. Guinness chocolate cupcakes with Bailey's Italian meringue.
We must learn and we are.
And Wicked is taking over Hampton Roads. Coming up, we get up close and personal with Tiffany Haas, a.k.a. Glinda the Good, about what it's like performing back in her hometown of Hampton Roads.
Oh my, and a special Thursday edition of live music after months of planning and coordinating. New Zealand's Like a Storm is here. The Brooks Brothers, straight from New Zealand, Auckland. And the guys were nice enough to let me try their didgeridoo.
Lucky. Really?
Lucky me. You know, the really haunting sound coming from the Aboriginal instrument. When I tried it, it sounded like a sick elephant.
Didn't sound so hot.
Well,
It wasn't
that's
very
why
Only tried it one time and I was out the door.
Let them do music.
These
That's
guys are awesome.
What a great
Can't wait
show.
to hear them.
Yeah, we heard them warming up, so excited to hear them and see them play. But what is also exciting is the weather. It's like you can't talk enough about it. Yesterday, Chris and I were up in Hampton doing a shoot for the Hampton Roads Show at Peninsula Town Center, and guess who we ran into?
Who?
Harry Brogan. He is a longtime viewer of the Hampton Roads Show, and he kind of came up to us and he was like, "Hey guys," and we're like, "Hey," and I was like, "What's your name?" He was like, "Harry." I'm like, "Harry Brogan?" He was like, "Yeah." And that's his bike. He calls AKA the Beast. He rides that thing everywhere.
And that's Ariane.
And that's me.
AKA Double A.
AKA Double A.
Double A.
Yeah.
Double A and Harry. Harry's a really big time fan of the show, watches every day. Super nice guy, rides a bike every single day. He's not a weekender. He's an everyday biker.
I think he's going to have a lot of company, too, with gas prices and things like that.
Yes, and
That's
the weather.
the way to go.
Get out on the bike
Perfect.
and exercise.
And then Chris treated
Did
me.
you race the cube?
Did
he
Probably win.
Yeah, you'd probably win. No, and then Chris treated me to some ice cream, and
No,
so
it
we
was
just
good.
needed
I was gonna say,
to
is that
know.
you?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
Yesterday,
then we
I
went
was,
to the
you know, we
beach,
were like,
and
let's
then
go to the beach,
toured the
Chris.
fountain.
Man, let's go by the fountain.
I guess we're just talking about
that's
the
my son
beautiful
right
weather.
The secret's out. The secret's out. It's my son. No. So we were just wanting to know, what are you going to do today, taking advantage of these, like, it's going to be like 81, 82.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, love it, love it. All right, how about this? Here's our other hot topic of the day. Yesterday, the students of Tallwood High School were sitting in the class, and the assistant principal came over the loudspeaker and said, "Hey kids, guess what? Vice President Joe Biden is going to speak at our commencement ceremony," and the whole school went nuts. And they have no idea how it happened, but the Vice President is going to be speaking at Tallwood for their commencement address. I mean, that's an amazing get to get the Vice President. He's also speaking at a school in Florida. They don't know how it happened, but I mean, you have to remember that this is an election year, and Virginia and Florida are two battleground states, so the VP is going to be in town for that.
They better get the beep button ready. Can you hear him?
Really?
Seniors, it's a good beeping day. Just remember, he got caught saying that to President Obama.
I don't think that's going to happen. But he's going to speak at the Virginia Beach Convention Center, I think the second week in June, and that's a big get right there. The VP, I mean, it makes you think, who did you have at your high school or college commencement? My college was Neil Armstrong.
Get out.
Yeah, first man on the moon.
And you?
We didn't have anyone for high school as our valedictorian, but for college we had Representative Kendrick Meek out of Florida. He came and spoke to us. I went to an HBCU. He graduated from an HBCU FAMU. Yeah. So he was our big speaker, but 2 years after I graduated, it was Hillary Clinton.
Ah.
I was like, really? Y'all going to be like that?
Dang.
So.
Well, I've probably mentioned before, I didn't have a college graduation because I went to the School of Hard Knocks, also known as the Navy, where I was a broadcaster for AFRTS before I came here. So I came, came a different route into the business. But tell us this morning, who would your dream speaker be, or if you had somebody like super cool that really made an impact? Let us know. You can join the conversation a couple of different ways. You can go to our Facebook page, or you can follow us on Twitter at hr_.show.
Look, it's Harry.
Show, sorry.
Harry Brogan at the top of the screen.
Hey, I said, hey, Harry.
Hey, Harry. What's up, Harry?
He already said hi. He said, who photoshopped that old man into the picture? I said, that's Chris.
Hey, Wheeler.
Hey.
You're doing a good job this week, pal.
Loving the weather, huh?
You're doing a great job.
I need to call timeout.
Yeah?
_show. HR_show is our Twitter. I said dot, and then he said dash, but it's really underscore.
It's all good.
Time in. Hey, buddy.
Sorry, I thought I said something wrong. So.
No.
It's all your fault.
Call the T on
Jeremy didn't know where you were going with that. He was like,
yeah.
Time out.
Yeah, that's That's right.
Chime in.
Okay, weather.
Yeah,
you are the
weather's
man.
great. Yeah, I mean, you know,
He's like, yeah.
84 degrees today.
I am.
You know, tying the record if we get to that. And I mean, it's, you know, then tomorrow still 81. We got these warm temperatures and they're sticking around for a while. So they are going to cool down for the weekend, but at least it's not going to crash and we're going in the 50s and 60s. We'll see, you know, some upper 60s, low 70s. It should be still pretty comfortable. So that's great news.
And that's a really good thing for the Shamrock Marathon this weekend, because they don't want to be running in 80 degrees.
Right, and unfortunately they may be running a little bit of rain because we got some rain showers Saturday morning. Hoping that it's not going to be too much or widespread rain, hoping it's just some spotty scattered showers and then move out. That's my plan right now, and I'm hoping that you know, sticks to the forecast. So we'll get an update on that tomorrow. All right. Anyway, let's take a look at it. Here's the 7-day forecast today. 84, there you go.
Wow.
If we get to that, it'll be the record. We'll tie it. 81 tomorrow. Isolated showers and storms in the afternoon. Again, some showers possible early Saturday, and I'm hoping that that pushes out in the afternoon. Sunday, partly cloudy, 67. Pretty comfortable. And then some nice weather following Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, upper 60s, low 70s. And that's all above the average. The average highs in the upper 50s. Okay, let's take a look at the pop quiz for today. Here are the 4 clues. A northern state, 880 feet long. That's right, it's that long.
Rhode Island. No,
Prepare for battle and built in Philly, but sits at Norfolk. So think about those clues. HamptonRoadshow.com. There's no underscore in that. And submit your answer.
Ooh.
Hey, and I'm moving to the kitchen.
You go right on over, and today's winner will receive a special DVD prize pack, something you're going to want. So chime in and go to HamptonRoadshow.com.
Right, have magically appeared in the Hampton Roadshow kitchen with Jennifer Morse, a baker from Just Cupcakes, your second time on the Hampton Roadshow. Welcome back. You did such an awesome job. We're like, come back. So this is a special cupcake we're making in honor of this weekend, St. Patrick's Day coming up.
At Just Cupcakes, we make lots of fun flavors for St. Patrick's Day, but one of our most popular is the Guinness Cupcake. And today we're topping it with a Bailey's Italian cream buttercream.
Guinness Cupcakes. So we have the actual beer
we're
going into the batter.
Mm-hmm.
This is interesting. Is it a popular cupcake there?
Very popular. All the alcohol bakes off.
Okay.
But it leaves a nice stout flavor, but you still get some of that nice alcohol with the Bailey's Irish cream buttercream.
All right, you're going to put me to work. I'll be able to help you out.
Yes, she'll be helping me bake in a little bit.
Sounds good. When we come back, we're getting started on these cupcakes. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, look at our beautiful baby friend here. This is our adopted pet for Thursday. His name is Baron, and he's a baby. He's a puppy.
Yes, and he is great with other dogs and kids. He's about 11 months old. He is a pit bull puppy.
Yeah.
Look at him.
See?
Looking for a nice
Look how
home.
cute his ears are when they get left alone.
I know, and Baron really likes Guinness cupcakes. So you can adopt Baron. Just Virginia Beach Animal Control. You can adopt our pet pal of the week. Just call 385-4444. Hey, Baron. Hey, buddy.
Good boy. All right. More information about Baron throughout our hour today. Yeah. All right. Spring is here. That means it is time for spring cleaning, decluttering, refreshing. Up next, our organizing whiz, Amy Volk shares her 3 Ps for kickstarting and finishing some of those awesome spring projects.
Yummy! We're back at the Hampton Roadshow kitchen with our good friend Jennifer Morris, a baker from Just Cupcakes. She's making a sweet treat that is perfect for St. Patrick's Day, Guinness chocolate cupcakes with Bailey's Italian meringue icing. We're going to turn that into a song.
Right.
All right, let's get started. Let's go over ingredients first.
Okay, we're going to start with a cup of butter. We're going to add a cup and a half of sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, and then we have our dry ingredients right here, which is 2 cups of flour and 2 tablespoons of flour, then a cup of sifted cotard. All this has been sifted. We're going to add our leaveners to that.
Okay.
Which is a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of salt. 2 eggs, and then our wet ingredients include this lovely bottle of Guinness.
All right, so you tell me what to do.
Okay, well, you can get the Guinness open. We're going to need 2 cups of that.
All right.
And I'll start with creaming the butter and sugar. We have a cup of Pelugra butter. It's European butter, but at home you can use any regular unsalted butter. We're going to add a cup and a half of this sugar.
And we're saying you have to pour it at an angle here so we don't get all of the...
Right, you don't want the suds going everywhere.
2 cups, huh? All right, and you guys bake your cupcakes. Oh, well, look at that. It is exactly 2 cups.
Nice. Yes, we bake them fresh every day.
Okay.
And this cupcake is actually available in the store today. So if you don't feel like making it, we have them at both shops today.
Okay, which are your 2 locations, one in Virginia Beach, the other one is?
Both are in Virginia Beach. One's in Town Center and one's in Hilltop.
Okay.
And then this.
Here
we go.
So dry ingredients first, is that the key to a good cupcake?
Yes. Once we get started with adding the dry ingredients, we'll alternate it with the wet.
Okay.
But you want to start and finish with dry.
Because a lot of people, I know I would just have a bowl here and just start mixing it all, but then the cupcakes come out really flat and just not fluffy and all that good stuff.
The key is to do a lot of scraping too.
Okay.
So we've got this rubber spatula here, and I'm going to scrape it down in a little bit.
What are some other fun flavors that you guys have down there?
Well, we're offering a 12-pack for St. Patrick's Day, which include mint cupcakes filled with a mint chocolate ganache. And we also have a car bomb, which is a new flavor.
Car bomb?
Yeah, it's like a take on an Irish car bomb, the alcoholic beverage. And we also have an Irish coffee, which has...
Ooh, I bet that's good.
Yes, it's a chocolate cupcake with coffee infused in the batter, and also has Irish whiskey in it.
Nice.
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and add these eggs.
Okay.
We're going to add them one at a time.
I take it your mixing machine at Just Cupcakes is like 10 times bigger than that? Or you
Yes.
like 10 lines in a row?
We have a few that are quite a bit bigger than this, so we can do big batters at a time. Okay, now I'm going to add these leaveners to the chocolate and flour.
Okay.
And I'm going to make sure I whisk them well.
All right.
I'm going to make sure the flour and chocolate are fully incorporated, so it makes a nice, smooth, even batter. You won't end up with any chocolate chunks or anything like that.
Yeah, nobody likes chocolate chunks in their cupcakes.
All right. Now, like I said, you want to alternate the dry and the wet ingredients.
Okay,
so I'm going to take
we do dry first.
dry first.
Okay. It's almost like a plum color.
And it turns out really dark chocolate.
And what speed do you have that on for those that have KitchenAids at home?
When you first add the flour, you just want to turn it on speed 1.
Okay.
Until it's fully mixed.
So you don't, when you mix it, flour
Right, it
goes.
doesn't go flying everywhere.
That's happened to me. Plenty of times.
Okay.
All right, so let's get the Guinness in because I know we have to wrap the segment, but we want to show at least what it's going to look like. And you just pour it as it goes. Okay. So you're going to alternate the dry with the wet.
Correct.
We're going to mix this, and when we're done, we're going to put it in here, pop it in the oven for how long?
We put it in the oven. It's normally about, I'll say 20 minutes.
Okay.
But you're going to rotate it every 5 minutes to check.
All right, when we come back, we're going to get started on the icing and plate them up, and then, of course, the best part about it is we get to taste it.
Right.
Jennifer, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, the Hampton Road Show is always trying to help you organize your life. Amy Vogt with Simplified Living is back to help us manage our space. And today she's talking about spring organizing and the 3 Ps to kickstart your project. And I feel proud of myself. I was very disciplined. I've been standing over here for a few minutes and I wanted to say, tell me what the 3 Ps are, but I haven't asked her. So what are the 3 Ps?
It's so simple. You're going to pick one project, you're going to plan it out, and you're going to purge like crazy.
Pick, plan, purge.
Isn't that easy? Because when we think about spring cleaning, we kind of feel like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do from the winter, and I should do all this stuff, and our list gets long in our head. And so I wanted to make it very, very easy for you to sort of look around and decide what to do, and then what is it that how do I do it, basically. So this came from a client, actually. This is such a great idea. She took index cards, and this is what I encourage you to do. And in her mind, she just wrote everything that she wanted done or organized in her home or didn't have a place for, she put individually on index cards. So craft paper, toys, a mail system, I need a place for my medicine stuff, my sheet. So get it all out on index cards, and literally we had about 40 of these with her. And then we looked how they were connected, okay, which of all of these things go together. But you could make all of these ideas and say, you know what, today I'm going to pick this one project, I'm going to pick where my craft supplies go or what containers they go in. So that's what I encourage you to do. Get it all out of your head onto some kind of paper and then pick one project.
Versus making a big long list.
Or saying, oh, this weekend I'm going to get organized. Because that's when you sort of start in, and when the weather's 80 degrees out, you're like, I'm not sitting inside all day doing this. But you could do a craft supply. So pick one project is the number 1 P. Then you want to plan it out. And this is where folks get really tripped up, is they go run out and they buy containers first, or they just start plowing through stuff and they don't really have a plan for how they're going to do it. So what is a plan? Okay, how am I going to make this happen? Do I need a friend to help me? Do I need someone to come in and sort of assist me? Do I need to go out and get some extra garbage bags? Really simple planning, things like that can make a big difference, because then you can start in on the work and you're not going, oh, I have to run to the store.
Yeah,
Or-
halfway into it, you realize you don't have really what you need.
Exactly. So plan it out. You know, I'm always talking about breaking things down into small chunks. So here's my little cupcake timer. Set the timer, 10, 20, 30 minutes. If I was doing this on a weekend and I was going to do some craft supplies, I might, you know, set it for half an hour. Because then at a half an hour, I'm a little bit bored and I want to quit. So the timer really, really helps.
Yep.
Don't do it all in one chunk. Do I need some professional help, like a painter, a handyman, if I'm going to do a bigger project?
A professional organizer.
Yeah,
I need one of those.
Might need one of me. But the last piece, so we've picked our project, we've planned it out, but the biggest thing is purge like crazy, okay? My number one thing on here is you do not organize clutter. We think, I'm just going to take all this stuff and I'm going to put it in some fun containers and it's all going to be organized. You have to purge, purge, purge. And, you know, I'm always saying to people, get real with yourself. Do you really need it? Do you really love it? Is all of this stuff that you're trying to organize
Is the
serving
person
you?
who gave it to you ever going to come in your house and see that you don't have it anymore?
Hanging
Those
on-
are the
those are the things, because we get these gifts and we inherit something, especially from grandma or mom, and we feel guilty and we think, well, if they ever come over, they're going to ask me about it. They aren't. And they aren't going to ask you, most likely. So get rid of it. Get real with yourself. And then remember that you can keep anything you want, but what you keep, you have to manage. So keep whatever you want, but you have to find a place for all of this stuff, and you have to then be able to take it out and use it.
Okay.
So last little quick thing is, when you are purging, take something like a grocery sack and commit to filling one up every time you sit down and do a session.
Okay.
So fill it up. Or, you know, I talk about putting these at the bottom of each closet, and every time you walk in there, throw something that you don't want until you have a full bag. This sort of gives you a boundary on
take it to Goodwill.
Yeah, take it to Goodwill.
All right, pick, plan, purge.
Yep.
Like crazy.
Like
Stop
crazy.
keeping like crazy. All right, if you want to get in touch with Amy, we'll link her information to our website at thehamptonroadshow.com.
All right, Chris. The buzz is usually fun times, but unfortunately,
Yeah, it's a little
I am
serious
really
this morning.
I'm really concerned about Pete. You
My
guys.
gosh, he's been partying with the band.
You know, I don't
Pete's
understand.
been hanging out with Like a Storm. The boys
Yes.
from New Zealand came in this morning and look what
They
they've
just-
done to our
look at
penguin.
what happened to Pete, you guys.
Jeez.
Please, you guys. Pete, are you okay?
Take it easy on
I know. Man, thanks, guys. You know,
Thanks, guys.
It's really, we really appreciate
Come in
that.
here and a bad influence for our pelican.
Way to go. Way
He's
to go.
already in mid St. Patrick's Day form.
His girlfriend left him last week.
It's going to be a long weekend for Pete.
Pete's had a hard time, guys. Okay, just
okay.
run him alone.
It's all right. But we can talk about the weather.
Okay, that makes me happy now. All right, talking about the weather, it is gorgeous. So what are you going to do? We ran into Harry Brogan yesterday. What's up, Harry? He says, it was a pleasure to meet you both. Today I'll be out riding again. Hope you have a great
Every day.
Thank you, Harry.
Rain or sleet or snow, Harry's out on that bike.
Jesse says, good morning. Today we will be biking at the beach and friends will be over for a barbecue or grilling out. Hopefully they'll get the boat out soon so Ariane can do her parade wave.
That lady's going to get fried.
Oh, he talks about the pageant wave. And Louisa says, sadly, working indoors all day, but get this, maybe enjoying a lunch break in my car with the sunroof open and radio on. How many of you have done that?
Don't forget your sunscreen.
I have.
We just saw your child again running around.
I know, my son, I don't know why. Who put him on camera?
Okay.
All right. All right, thanks for buzzing in. But before there were lions and tigers and bears, there was the untold story of the witches of Oz.
Like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can
Coming up in this morning's I Am Hampton Roads, we talk with Tiffany Haas about her star role as Glinda the Good in the hit musical Wicked.
And don't forget our pop quiz. You could win a DVD prize pack. Just log on to HamptonRoadshow.com and click on the pop quiz button on the top right-hand corner of the screen. Welcome back to the Hampton Roads Show. Our live audience today is from the American Red Cross. This is Rachel Nestor from the Mid-Atlantic Region Blood Services here to tell us about some great weekend blood drives coming up. And hey, Rachel, this is a big month for you guys. Tell me about it.
It is a big month. March is Red Cross month, and it's kind of a hard time of year to collect blood donations just for the simple fact that 19% of our donor base is made up of high school and college students, and they're out on spring break. So we need about 500 to 600 units of blood to meet the needs of the Mid-Atlantic region every day. We have about 10 to 20 blood drives every day, and we have some interesting blood drives coming up here right around the corner.
Okay, when you say 10 to 20 a day, that means there's a lot of planning involved, and you said there's also a couple of big ones coming up. Tell me about the planning and what's coming up.
There are a couple of big ones coming up, and like I said, the need is constant across the region, and in order to meet the needs of the community here locally, we have some larger blood drives planned. One is St. Patrick's Day, so if you're looking for something to do this St. Patrick's Day, on Saturday you can come out to the Harley-Davidson in Yorktown and meet us out there.
Nice.
We'll be collecting 300 units of blood. And the following Saturday, on March 24th, we have one at the Virginia Zoo. And we have some fun incentives. This Saturday's drive over at Harley, if you come out, you'll receive a free T-shirt while supplies last. And then the next one, March 24th at the Virginia Zoo, you'll receive a free day pass to all those that come out and give blood.
Those are great incentives. Talk about what is most needed. Which blood type?
Well, we always say that O negative is needed. O negative is the universal blood type, and it can go to anyone, but really this time of year, all blood types are needed.
I'm O neg.
We need you.
I know, you guys are always at my door. We want your blood. Well, you know what? I always give too, and it's a great thing. So if you're thinking about giving, you can do it. Like you said, like Rachel said, Harley-Davidson Blood Drive at 6450 George Washington Memorial Highway, Saturday, March 17th. St. Patrick's Day, or you can go to 1-800 Red Cross, where you can give them a call and you can set up an appointment. Give blood; it's needed. So, Rachel and guys, good luck this weekend and this month.
Thank you so much.
All right, after months of planning and 9,000 miles of traveling, we finally got some very, very special musical guests on the Hampton Roadshow stage.
New Zealand's Like a Storm is here for a very special live music Thursday. Stick around, you will not want to miss it. Roads with Dr. Michael Lofgren. Today we're talking about breast reconstruction. Dr. Lofgren, what does the term breast reconstruction mean?
Breast reconstruction has come to mean the surgical procedure for reconstruction of a normal appearing breast, typically after the removal of tissue, most commonly these days for treatment of cancer.
Who would be a good candidate for this type of procedure?
A good candidate for breast reconstruction, there is no definitive exclusionary criteria, but a good candidate is a woman that has had a breast partially removed or totally removed and is in otherwise good health.
Now, at what point should a woman following diagnosis consult with their plastic surgeon about getting this done?
The earlier is always better. As soon as the person knows their diagnosis, and if they're actually considering having surgical treatment of their breast cancer, the sooner you discuss that with a plastic surgeon, it becomes more of a team effort to develop a treatment plan.
Now, does radiation or chemotherapy affect the reconstructive process?
It certainly can. A large part of that will depend upon exactly what type of reconstruction is used, but typically we can adjust the type of reconstruction as well as the timing to take those things into consideration.
And is breast reconstruction performed in stages?
Most commonly it is. It's a process that can extend over several months depending upon exactly what type of procedure is used. We can not only recreate the breast but also the nipple, things like that, but it is oftentimes done in stages.
Now, how do you make the reconstructed breasts end up looking like the remaining breasts?
That's always the overall goal, and it's the most difficult out of all the things we do. There's a variety of techniques used, utilizing implant-based reconstruction or the person's own body tissue, including skin, fat, and muscle.
What do you want your patients to walk away from after getting a procedure like this done? How do you want them to feel?
Typically, breast reconstruction is a great kind of overall goal in the treatment of their underlying cancer. And by the time that they finish their breast reconstruction, they should have a sensation of being well and whole, and that's really what we shoot for.
Now, I'm sure it varies, but what is the recovery process like?
A lot will depend upon the exact reconstruction used. It can be as short as a couple of weeks to as long as several months, depending upon the number of procedures and the spacing of those procedures. But most women recover very well.
And I take it this isn't probably like an overnight decision that you want to make. How long would you advise patients to consult with their plastic surgeon about whether or not this is the right thing for them?
Absolutely. It's not a decision that should be made lightly. It's the kind of thing that should be discussed on multiple occasions, not only with their plastic surgeon, but their surgical oncologist or general surgeon. It's really a team decision, but it's something that should be thought of early on in the process.
All right. Well, some great information. Dr. Lofgren, thank you so much, and your expertise on breast reconstruction. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, that is from the Plastic Surgery Center of Hampton Roads. You can find out more information by visiting them online, www.pschr.com, or just pick up the phone, give them a call, 873-3500.
Because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
That is just a sneak peek of what you can expect at the hit musical Wicked, which is taking Hampton Roads by storm. Coming up in this week's I Am Hampton Roads, we'll hear from Tiffany Haas about what it's like having her dream become a reality.
We have the luck of the Irish today up next. We'll head back into the kitchen with Jennifer Morris from Just Cupcakes to finish up those delicious Guinness chocolate cupcakes.
Back now in the kitchen with Jennifer Morris, a baker from Just Cupcakes. We're making a sweet treat that is perfect for St. Patrick's Day, the Guinness chocolate cupcakes with Bailey's Italian meringue icing. Sounds amazing. You can come get it down at the store now, or you can try to make it at home yourself. First segment, we did the batter.
Yes. Cupcakes are out the oven.
Out the oven. Now we're working on our icing.
Yes.
So really quick in here, I thought this was an alarm clock. It's a thermometer.
It's our digital thermometer, and we have 2 cups of sugar in here with half a cup of water, and we want this to all dissolve and hit the temperature of 245. Then once it hits that temperature, we're going to add it over here to our eggs. We're adding a cup of egg whites that we separated, and half a cup of sugar.
All right.
Then we're going to whisk this together until it reaches high peaks. So you can whisk it on high.
Okay. And I have your measuring spoons. I just wanted to look important. So I was like, what can I help you with?
So now basically, this is really tricky because we want to wait till this gets to 245.
It is at 233. It's going up because it's starting to boil.
Right. And then once this reaches that temperature, we're going to slowly stream it into our egg whites. And then start adding butter to it to thicken it up.
Gotcha.
You add butter in about quarter-sized chunks.
All of that butter?
Yes, this is 4 cups of butter. Because it's a buttercream, and you want it to taste nice and good and fluffy. And this will help stiffen it up.
Okay.
So we're almost there.
And isn't it key to have your butter at room temperature and not melt it in the microwave and then throw it in there?
Correct. You don't want it melted. You want the butter supple but cool to your hand.
Okay.
So, because this will help cool down this mixture once you add it in.
All right.
All right, looks like we're there pretty much. We're going to go ahead and add this in.
Okay. Hot, hot.
Very
because
hot.
If you put that in with the eggs not
whipped, it'll cook them.
Scramble.
Have them separate. Yeah. Exactly. You know all about this. So I'm going to stream it in.
Okay. And you guys, like we said, they make their cupcakes fresh every single morning, so you're always getting something hot and good. That.
Just like that.
Okay.
Put this off.
Put this over here.
Okay, and then you would let this whip 5 minutes before you started adding your butter.
Okay.
But I want to show you, we have some over here already made. It's nice and fluffy.
Look at that.
And it's ready for us to start decorating with.
Which, with the magic of TV, let me get your cupcakes. Okay.
Yes. And once this has all been thickened up, then you would get to add your Bailey's. This is our secret ingredient.
Okay.
The Bailey's Irish Cream. You can add about a quarter cup to this to your Italian meringue, and that's what makes it the Bailey's Irish Cream.
Gotcha.
So all right. Turn that off.
Let's
so you can
start.
decorating.
Okay. So you're gonna do it and show me how.
Okay. I'll show you. We're gonna
super fun.
This is our little ripple tip right here.
Okay.
We're gonna make something that looks kind of similar, like a flower, kind of a clover look right there.
See, that is what we need to learn, the techniques instead of just blobbing the icing on and spreading it around.
Well, that's fun too.
Last time I learned how to make the little grass when we had our show for the big game.
Yes.
I learned how to do the grass.
Then you can just do a cute little clover. If you want, you could do all the clovers and I'll do all the flowers.
Okay.
No, I want her to do the flower.
You want her to do the flowers?
You know what, Chris? This is my segment. And if she wants me to do that, I'm just kidding.
You want to try
Let me try a flower.
You want to put the fat part of the tip in, so that's
Okay.
right there, and you want to hold it kind of at an angle.
Okay.
Okay, and then kind of make a ripple motion with your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, close. Maybe we can just cover it up with a big
she's like,
clover.
it looks okay. You know what? How about that? Boom.
Oh, yeah, you worked it
boom,
out.
shakalaka, boom, 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 boom.
Nice. It'll still taste
It all tastes the same. All right, let me do a quick clover. Throw some sprinkles on. We'll throw a little.
Well, this is our gold dust for good luck.
Yay! Fairy dust.
Nice and sparkly.
All right, Just Cupcakes. They have 2 locations, Town Center. Give them a call, 671-2020, and also at Hilltop West Shopping Center. That phone number, 425-1010. Visit them online, justcupcakes.net. Go down, see Jennifer, get your fresh baked cupcakes, and we can't forget, Happy St. Patrick's Day. You go, girl.
you.
Love it. The dust.
After St. Patrick's Day, put your orders in for all those graduation congratulation cupcakes
Oh,
for
wow.
those folks who are graduating high school and college. And the big news around here, Tallwood High School scored the vice president for their commencement speaker.
In their 20th anniversary of the school, the big get.
Yeah, I think you said it though in Hot Topics.
What do you mean?
He's going to Virginia and Florida.
Two
very
very
important
key
states.
states in this election year. So
Well, you know
going
what?
after the young vote.
Whatever the reason may be. We're glad that he's coming. So we were asking if you remembered who was your commencement speaker. Jesse Ray says, we didn't really have a big speaker. He was the mayor of Nassau County, Long Island, New York. And Jesse said he's spoken at conventions and lectures in New York City for the New York Housing Authority.
Nice.
Good for you. Sherry says, my high school speakers, she says, 18 years ago. She said she remembers the retiring principal speaking, a girl in her class that had the top honors, and she said she sang for the last time with the choir, and she says she doesn't really need to remember anything except for the fact that she didn't fall going up or down the stairs to get her diploma from Rapid City Central Schools in South Dakota.
That's something you would never forget.
No one wants to
falling
trip
down
up
the
the stairs
Yeah.
with their gown. Mike said he couldn't tell you if his life depended on it.
Yeah, I know. Most people forget. That's just the way it is. Hey, thanks for chiming in this morning, and we'll join Ariane right now with the chat.
All right, well, long before Dorothy and her friends dropped in on the Land of Oz, there were 2 other girls who met and became friends. Wicked is a musical that has received rave reviews and is the winner of 35 major awards. In this week's I Am Hampton Roads, we caught up with one of the show's stars, Tiffany Haas, who plays Glinda the Good, to see what it's like performing back at her old stomping grounds. Looks like we're going to have to come back to the package. You have to see this one. So right now, I guess we'll bring Chris and Carrie over.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
I didn't know that. And
She's from, I think, she grew up in Norfolk or Chesapeake. one of
Wicked
them,
was
but
in
she's
town
from
a
Hampton
few
Roads.
years ago, and I got a chance to see it then, and it was just awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, even the little tease of Tiffany singing like for 3 seconds.
Yeah,
just
Tracy
get
went out and he
goosebumps.
covered it, and he did a web package on it, and he
Yeah.
talked to people that flew in from all other states, and this is like 4 or 5 times seeing
It's
it.
fantastic.
So,
Just saw it last week.
What'd you think?
What'd you think?
Chrysler Center. This is the first time I've seen a Broadway play, I think, ever.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen plays before
Yeah.
on Broadway. You know, and it was amazing. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was really good. I was kind of expecting more of a dramatic play, just from the commercials I'd seen and things I'd seen. My wife didn't really tell me too much about it because I just wanted to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more of a kind of a fun thing. I mean, you know, the Wizard of Oz is a fun movie to watch, and you know, you got Dorothy and all that, and it's a prequel, but it
Yeah.
does play into the timeline of the Wizard
Sure.
of Oz.
They
too.
asked.
But you don't have to know the Wizard of Oz
Right.
story to enjoy it.
You don't.
I thought
You
it
really
was
don't.
dramatic and funny, you know?
Yeah, it was, and I was expecting that, but it was delightful.
with the magic of it, you know, Oz, that's what it was, the fairy dust. We have the package for you. So again, here's Tiffany Haas for this week's I Am Hampton Roads. Check it out.
I've heard it said.
Oh my gosh, I was born and raised here. I actually was born and raised on the peninsula in Yorktown, Virginia. I went to high school at the Virginia Governor's School for the Arts. At the Governor's School, you kind of, you pick your focus or your major, and mine was vocal performance. It's so great to be back here. My mother owns a dancing school, in Newport News and Hampton, Virginia, the Academy of Dance. I did children's theater with the hurrah players here in Norfolk. So it's amazing to be back and to see all of this and be back at MacArthur. It's wonderful. After college, I joined the Broadway company of Wicked as a swing. So I basically was the understudy for all of the ensemble women. Yeah, and I always loved the role of Glinda. I felt like I really understood her and really connected with her. And through many years through this journey, I now have the opportunity to tell her story, which is wonderful. Wicked is really, I'd consider it a prequel to The Wizard of Oz. So it really tells you what happens before Dorothy and the friends ever drop in. And so I tell the story. It's really a story of friendship. It's the story of the Green Witch, Glinda, how they meet in college, and how they come to be. How one comes to be Glinda the Good, or considered the evil witch, or wicked, or who's wicked. And that's really, what Wicked is all about, is kind of learning all of this backstory. We were doing sound check the other day at Chrysler Hall before we opened. And I was this never happens, but I was so emotional at sound check. Sound check, you get in there and you're just checking mic levels and you're in and out. And I was so emotional to be on the stage of Chrysler Hall, because I grew up coming to see every show here at Chrysler Hall. And so now to be entering the stage in a bubble is very exciting, very exciting, more so than any other city that I've played. Because I knew you. It's amazing to look out into the house of Chrysler Hall, which I know oh so well from sitting in the house, and now to see what it looks like from the stage is very emotional, very exciting. The weight of the clothing is unreal. It makes you carry yourself differently on stage, And I'd say Glinda's wardrobe is something that I would love to have in my own closet. Maybe that's why I see so much of myself in her. But yeah, the clothing is unbelievable. The story's unbelievable. The music is phenomenal. It's a show for everybody. We do a number called Loathing. And it's where Glinda and Elphaba, the Green Witch, despise each other. In this number, they loathe each other. And you have the stage, and you have Glinda on this side with all of her school friends. And you have Elphaba all by herself. And they're all ganging up on Elphaba. It takes one person to step out of the crowd to get to know somebody else. And that's really what happens in the story, is finally it just takes that one person to say, wait a minute, I'm going to step away from this and actually get to know you. And I think that's an amazing part of this story. I think it's a lesson that we can all learn, because so many issues that we're dealing with today in our society, stepping out of the crowd to actually get to know somebody, judgment or bullying or any of that. I always think about that during that number, Loathing. It's so easy to go along with the crowd and make fun of someone when you've got a crowd behind you. So it just takes that one person to kind of step out of it and get to know somebody. To do anything and to really make a move anywhere in a career or with setting a goal, is you have to set a goal, and you've got to have a place to start and kind of a vision, so that you can kind of keep a focus on something and see a vision, so that you can make steps toward that vision, or build the bricks of the house, so to speak. My name is Tiffany Haas. I play Glinda in Wicked, and I am Hampton Roads.
All right, Wicked runs through March 25th at Chrysler Hall in Norfolk. For Showtime's tickets and more information, you can always log on to BroadwayNorfolk.com.
Okay.
She was so sweet, yes.
Yeah, great play. Go check it out. Let's take a look at the pop quiz for today. And here's the 4 clues, in case you missed it. A northern state, 880 feet long, prepare for battle, and built in Philly, but sits in Norfolk. What do you think on this one?
It's a ship.
Yeah?
And I can't think of the name.
Okay.
Battleship Wisconsin.
There you go, Battleship Wisconsin. Yeah, I didn't know it was built in Philly. Yeah, I didn't know but at the shipyard in Philadelphia.
Cool.
All right, how would you like a friend for the holidays? How about this little guy here? This is Baron, and he is our pet pal of the week. If you'd like to take him away, go to our HamptonRoadsShow.com and find out information, or call 385-4444.
All right, he's a young little puppy. He's a good boy.
Yep.
All right, how would you and a friend like to head out to Los Angeles May for the finale of American Idol? It's the Fox 43 Finale Flyaway Contest.
Here's what you have to do. Watch American Idol tonight at 8 o'clock on our sister station, Fox 43. Look for the trivia question, then log on and enter your answer at fox43tv.com.
The grand prize winner will be picked from eligible entries announced on May 11th during the Fox 43 News at 10. The Finale Flyaway Contest is sponsored by Fox 43, and Newport News Williamsburg International Airport.
All right, we have saved the best for last for you this morning, straight from New Zealand, singing Chemical Infatuation. Here they are, Like a Storm.
You're the only one that can make things clearer. I got a chemical infatuation, a chemical addiction to you. 'Cause you're the only one that gets me through. And I'm a slave to you. I'm a slave to you. I'm hooked on the taste of your beautiful pill. Lost my soul, lost my soul. There's an emptiness that only you fill. I got a chemical infatuation, a chemical addiction to you. 'Cause you're the only one that gets me, the only one that gets me through. And I'm a slave to you. I'm a slave to you. Addiction to you, adrenaline intoxication. I lost myself in you, chemical infatuation. I've given everything to you, 'cause you're the only one that gets me, the only one that gets me. You're the only one that gets me through. And I'm a slave to you. I'm a slave to you. All alone I fade to nothing. All along I've needed you.
Like a storm, everybody. These are the Brooks brothers. This is Trent, Chris, Matt, and Kent.
Well, flipping around.
Other way around. Other way around. Okay. The Brooks brothers. They came all the way from New Zealand to play for us this morning. Their TV debut. Guys, you're playing at Sliders on Virginia Beach Boulevard. It's a free show.
It's a free show.
What do you think of Virginia Beach, guys?
We love it, man. We love it. We've been here twice. First time was with Creed, and then we were playing the Nova with Alderbridge.
Yeah.
So
These guys have been touring all around the world, and check this out. Southern Skies is their new DVD, a sold-out show for these guys, and they're doing a free show at Sliders in Virginia Beach on Saturday, so you want to go see them. We're going to have another song here in a minute from Like a Storm, so stick around.
All right, want to thank Jennifer Morris from Just Cupcakes for the Guinness Bailey's icing cupcakes, guys.
Don't forget tomorrow for St. Baldrick's Day. Chris here is going to let it all go.
It's coming off.
We're
and
very proud of you.
We'll see about that. All right, hey, thanks for joining us this morning. We're going to leave you with one more from Like a Storm, everybody. Here we go.
Can you hear my voice where you are? When I'm without you, every moment falls apart. I'm a burnt out light in the dark. empty shell, I am calling out. I've lost my faith, lost my way. It's all so far away. What have I become? Can't face the morning sun. You're the only